So the vlog is back for the new season, and Tottenham, of course, new stadium, but right next to where the old stadium used to be, isn't really served by underground, or in fact it's surrounded by buildings, so it's very difficult to get there by any sort of public transport. Seven Sisters, which is the underground station I just arrived on, having parked my car in Walthamstow, is what, another mile, maybe a mile and a quarter that way before we get to the ground. But of course this is where a lot of the fans come in through, and so as usual I'll try and find some fans and see who I can talk to. And there is one regular suspect I'm going to start off this season's vlogs with. You know him well.
Excited for this one, Ian. It's good to be back. It's going to be great to be inside a new stadium, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, full capacity, among all our amazing Blues.
And of course the big talking point today has got to be Harry Kane.
Well, yeah, I'm excited about that deal, and of course just looking forward to the atmosphere. It will be a bit more intense though, with obviously Kane's in the ground, so he may have stayed away today, but I'm not aware of that as we speak now. So if he's playing for Spurs, I doubt our fans are going to give him jip. If he's playing for Spurs, he might get jip off their fans, but then that's counterproductive for them in a playing sense. So I think he'd get a good response from City fans because we think we're signing him. Spurs fans maybe not so much. I don't think he's going to play, and I don't even think he's going to be at the ground today. So it's one of them. It's a weird situation, and it's not often that you're interested in signing a player from a team that you're about to play in a week that it might all come to fruition.
Even on a lovely day like this, it just shows you how much we take for granted in life generally. And yes, COVID's tested many people, and we've lost some many loved ones. God rest in peace. But today, for my own mind's sake and his, we're here today, North London, to watch our Blues back in action, to do what we've got to do. We've got a tough act to follow. United won the league yesterday. I think Liverpool were runners up and Chelsea got third, so we've got at least winning the Champions League, finishing fourth. Because you think they've won the league already. Pogba, they scored 6 last season, so they're a goal down on the team to beat by 6 goals. But don't get them. You know, Pogba's world class, and Fred.
But Kane's the talking point here, isn't he?
He is, and we've said it. I think he's on his way, and I just think it's too much. You know, it's like the ex-wife wanting to leave or not leave, or is she leaving or not leaving. You know, the bottom line is it's over. The relationship I believe between Kane and Spurs is over. So they've either got to let him go or he's going to go. So all this negative press and everything that's going on about it, just let him go. Let him go. Take the broken wings. And Yaya reckons he's in pain. He's in pain. So come on, Kane, let's take away the pain. Come on down to the Blues.
So today, is it just about Kane today?
Well, if we sign him, it's good. If not, let's just go with who we got.
You think that the crowd are going to react in a particular way today? You know, like the Spurs fans either very strongly for him or against him?
I think if he comes on, they're going to boo him. I do honestly think if the Spurs fans see Kane come on, I think they might boo him. City fans might applaud him. I think they'll applaud him, and he might react to that, and hopefully he'll sign.
That's a bit of a weird situation, really.
It is, especially when he might come to Spurs as well, to Man City. Sorry.
So does this have a bearing on the outcome of the game, do you think?
No, hopefully he doesn't play, because I think if he does play, we've got a bit of a situation. If he doesn't play, I think it might be easy going for Man City.
Just spotted this queue outside the ground, because obviously they're doing random anyway, COVID checks today, as well as it being the first game of the season. And just a heads up really for people going to the Norwich game, the next City home game, that there's digital ticketing, there's COVID checks. Get there early. This is 2 hours before kick-off. What's it like to be back?
It's great to be back, but I'm not sure this is the best fixtures to be back to, so we'll see.
Is that because of the Kane factor, or just generally?
I don't think it's the Kane factor. I think it's just the fitness and readiness of the team, and I'm not sure what team we'll put out. Clearly, we're a better side than Tottenham, but we've been here for the last few years and we've seen what's happened. So I don't know. We'll see.
Take Kane next week. We'll bring Kane home. Come on, City. Come on, City. He's one of our own. Come on, City.
You've just seen the team news. What do you think of the Tottenham team?
Well, Tottenham haven't played Kane because they don't want him to boo. They don't want to boo at they don't want the Tottenham fans to boo at Kane, which is obviously expected.
You expect him to play today?
I expect him to come off the bench. I expect he was going to come off the bench.
He's coming to City though, isn't he?
Hope so.
What do you think the crowd's going to be like today then?
It's a bit of a good atmosphere. That's why I think he's not playing. But I think it's a good deal anyway, mate. I think it's.
Do you think that for Kane? I reckon it's already done. They're just making the optics right. So they'd rather Tottenham sign 2 or 3 players now with the Harry Kane money and then sell him. Because look at Aston Villa, that's exactly what they did there. What they did there was they signed 3 players, they came out and they said, right, we need assists, we need free kicks, we need goals. We made 3 signings that'll do it. And that's exactly what Tottenham are going to do. They say, right, we need these goals, we need these assists. That's where the 150 million's gone. That's what I think.
Really shoot Kane time of summer.
Yeah, because what does City need, really? We get the most clean sheets last year, I think, off the top of my head. So we need a few more goals. It's come. We need a little bit more creativity rather than relying on 1 or 2 players. It's come. What more can you ask for?
2-0 City. 2-0.
I think there's a good chance that we might drop points today, but I don't think it really matters that much.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Do you think they're going to be extra motivated because of Kane going to City?
I think I might be a bit traumatised by the last 2 visits here, battering them and losing both games 1-0. I didn't come to the 2-0 last season, but the Champions League one and the year before that, we lost both 1-0, and both games we played very well, but lost. It's a bit cursed stadium for me, I think.
So you're looking at Son then as a danger man to them?
Yeah, I think so. And also I just think so many of our players haven't had a proper pre-season, and I think they've got a few more in their squad who have. Yes, they've got a new manager, but he's a guy who likes to set up to play on the counter-attack, which is going to work against us, isn't it? You know, we know that. Son is very good. I think a draw probably, 1-1 or something like that. I think both teams will probably be happy with that.
It's alright, started well. Playing alright.
Excited about the prospects of Harry Kane.
Well, if we get him, yeah. If we get him. 120 might do it, I reckon. Yeah. I might have to have a whip round. Well, Grealish has played pretty good, and it's been alright. You know, it's not. Mendy's a bit ropey and Aki's a bit ropey, but other than that, I reckon we'll win it 2-0.
Best today, basically. We've had a lot of players that have gone deep into the Euros, and I think it showed. They've had a team that has just been, all of them have been in from the start of pre-season, and it's really shown we've got the best team in the world. We've got the best squad in the world, but if you're not prepared, who's going to look to it? So. And also, there's the added issue of a certain person who is not in this stadium at the moment, and that must be a motivator for their players. So it's a motivator for their players, it's a motivator for their fans. That's why they beat us today. And we only lost by 1 goal. It's not the end of the world, is it? It's not the end of the world. But we've got to get back at it next week. We've got to get back at it next week.
It was a bit flat today. City were flat. Not much happening. With no pre-season. We've been here a few times now and got beat every time, haven't we?
Always seems to be Son, doesn't it?
Yeah, man. I thought Edison should have done better with that. I really thought Edison should have done better. It's a bit of textbook. Anyway, Ian, I'm a bit. No, I'm a blue, aren't I? You know what I mean? We're always going to be there, aren't we? I was there in 81 in a FA Cup final. And you was there Saturday, Thursday night against these lot. I mean, we've had happier days since then than these lot, haven't we? You know what I mean? They've got a great new stadium and everything, but not like we've had. Not like we've had. We're here. We're the boys. We're the boys, without a doubt. I mean, 1 defeat doesn't mean anything to us nowadays, does it? I mean.
So today's game was actually really good. I thought it was really good performance-wise. First 20 minutes, they were fully on it. They started controlling the game after 25, 30 minutes going forward, but after that, I think we were really solid as well at the back. A bit scary in corners-wise and everything like that, but I think the first half was really good on our side. The football was on, very fluid and everything. We were unlucky not to score. We had 2-3 chances, clear chances at least to score. Ferran Torres, we couldn't really get him into the game. Mendy first half, good. Second half, okay. And then second half wise, yeah, they scored. Looked like a clearance from Ruben Neves. I don't know. I have to look at that again. But I'm really happy about the performance, but the result kind of let us down at the end. But going forward, I think this season they're going to do well.
An opening day defeat then in the Premier League at Spurs. Son with the goal, almost inevitably. It was a high-powered game. Lovely to see fans back. I know it's no consolation for anybody watching this who's a City fan thinking, well, we lost, but it was great and exhilarating to be back inside a crowd again. And I actually think that the crowd made a big difference in terms of the tempo, in terms of some of the tackles that the referee didn't punish. And although City lost the game, I think there's not an awful lot wrong with the way the Blues are playing at the moment. And obviously Harry Kane could well come in very soon as well. And next week it's Norwich. So 1 defeat isn't a disaster. It's a setback, it's a disappointment, but things will change, I'm sure they will. Thanks very much to my sponsors, Timson, Music Magpie and RRG Group for their support. And of course, even in defeat, as I always say, it's still great to be a Blue.